Today, I want to talk to you about helping children deal with difficult feelings. There's a bit of a problem with difficult emotions. Things like sadness, loneliness, worry, or upset. Let's face it, feeling them is, difficult. These emotions are just not something we look forward to. None of us gets up in the morning feeling fine and then thinks, I hope I get to feel really, really sad at 3 o'clock today. We don't like having those feelings. They're powerful, uncomfortable, and can easily feel overwhelming for adults. Imagine what they feel like for children, especially after a significant time of disruption, hardship, and upheaval. A vital skill that we can teach children is how to experience difficult emotions without trying to suppress them or becoming overwhelmed by them. It's a cornerstone of being able to bounce back from difficulty. It requires a bit of practice, but it's actually easy to do. So let's go through the stages. The first stage is to help children accept that difficult feelings are going to happen. They are part of life. The good news is that they do not last forever. They change. They ebb and flow and slowly subside. Even really powerful feelings like loss change. Loss is like a shadow. Sometimes it is dark and acute. Sometimes it is paler and less noticeable, even though it is still there. And it goes through this cycle many times. All feelings change. And when we've learned how to look at them, they are not as solid or permanent as we fear. Let's look at anger, because this can be quite a challenge in the classroom. A useful idea here is the anger pie. Anger is like the crust of the pie. It sits on top of other feelings, covering them. It is easier to be angry than it is to look at what's underneath. If we lift the pie lid, what do we find? In the same way as there are lots of components of a pie, so there are lots of feelings that make up anger. Ingredients like sadness, frustration, or worry. Being able to identify these emotions is important in preventing children being overcome by them, or defaulting to anger through emotional confusion. Focusing techniques help children deal with difficult feelings, but they need to be practiced regularly when children are feeling calm. Ask the children to sit quietly with their eyes closed. Then they need to think about a particular difficult feeling. By focusing on the feeling, they need to notice where they can feel it in their body. It could be in their chest, stomach, jaw. Maybe it's around their eyes or in their throats. Wherever they feel it is fine. There are no right or wrong places. Once the children have located the feeling, they can begin to explore it. Here are some useful questions to guide them. Does it feel heavy or light? Does it feel warm or cold? Is the feeling sharp or dull? Is it steady or does it change? Does it move? Does it have a colour? What happens if you focus on these things rather than the feeling itself or what caused it? Allow the children time to explore their experience of the feelings safely. They will find that their feelings are less solid and powerful than they seemed at first. It's then time for the next phase. At this point, ask the children to imagine their breath travelling to and from the place in their body where their feelings are. Again, they can be curious about what happens as they breathe in and out of that area, without expecting any particular outcome. They only need to do this for a few minutes. Doing this practice regularly can help children learn to regulate difficult emotions in a helpful way. A great follow-on activity to this is using a technique called savouring, and you can find out more about this in our Superpower of Savouring video. Knowing that however strong a feeling is, it will change, is a vital part of resilience, which is why it's one of the topics included in Everyday Magic, our course supporting teachers in bringing positive education into their classrooms. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for other great content. You can also find out more about our work with schools by visiting our website here.